let's just continue on. It's episode 11.
Must we start 2018 with screaming?
No, we should start 2018 with.
Well, I'll be back in 20 minutes when you guys are done with this.
No. We have strapped you in this chair. Must we remind the audience of what you have done? The fucking disgusting...
A bet that you were not even a part of, by the way.
That's what makes it even better, is that I was on the outside watching.
But
that's okay. I am in this. I'm not gonna. I'm in
part of. But a premonition has been foretold and it has come true for the.
I would just hang on. No. Hang on. Can I have a minute? Can I have a minute here?
No, you had your minutes. You ran out. Your data is run its course.
I'm gonna have my minute, okay? Now that I've actually seen. Now that I've actually seen the gimmick, it's so stupid. It's a dumb gimmick. It's like if you took Bray Wyatt and took all the charisma out of him.
What?
That is the gimmick. It's so dumb. I hate the gimmick. It's a stupid gimmick.
Hey, Guapo. You hear that?
She must be
deleted! Delete! See, the problem is, you haven't seen the full picture. You have not seen
significantly more
Remy Sky. You have not seen Senor Benjamin, Vanguard 1, King Maxwell, Lord Wolfgang. You have not seen the whole Hardy compound. Oh, and let's not forget, Brother Nero, who...
I'm just saying, if it takes that many people to make your gimmick work, then your gimmick isn't good.
Listen, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You've only gotten a couple weeks worth of this gimmick, and you've already classified it as obsolete, okay?
Exactly. Yes, that's all it took. While you guys do this, I'll be right back.
And we're back with a little bit of technical difficulty, but that's okay. We are here.
We haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, it's episode 11, and we're just getting into the rhythm.
We are here. We are awoken.
Yes. Unfortunately, there are certain people in this call who do not appreciate the woken brilliance of Matt Hardy.
No, I don't. I think it's dumb. And not
just mad. You mad, bro?
You're mad. That's what it is.
Well,
got a hater.
If I was mad about it, I wouldn't be putting so much work into my end of this bet.
But you're taking your anger out on Matt Hardy. That's what it is.
No, I just think the gimmick's stupid. I think it's a dumb gimmick.
Your gimmick's stupid.
Yeah.
Your face is stupid.
My face is glorious.
Wait a minute. When has he ever exposed his face? He wears a mask.
Exactly.
I've seen him without his mask.
That's not right.
You think you have, but you haven't.
Exactly. Maybe he was wearing a mask on top of his mask. You never know. Look at Sting.
A mask of a face.
Yeah, look at Sting. Remember he wore a mask on his face paint in WCW? Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, that was way before your time.
What are we talking about?
Okay.
On a Nitro.
Yeah, way before your time. Were you watching Nitro?
Sting was sitting in a crowd, full face of Sting makeup, wearing a Sting mask, and then as soon as the camera pans to him because somebody was brawling on the outside, he stands up, takes off the mask to reveal, holy fuck, it's actually Sting.
Oh my god, that Sting fan was Sting! Jesus.
Sting's wearing a Sting mask? What?
It was... I want
a redo of that, but I want something like Rey Mysterio wearing a Rey Mysterio mask.
Kane
wearing a Kane mask.
Yes, he wears a toy mask and then he takes it off and it's Kane.
You could do probably a 1-to-1 creation of that if you have Finn Balor in a Finn Balor mask doing the demon thing.
That's beautiful, man. I'm loving every single second of it. Book it, Vince. I know you're watching. I know you're sitting up in WWE headquarters watching this podcast. Listen to me when I tell you, you're not out of touch. Just listen to us. Do it. Do this. Finn Balor.
You've gotten you so many ideas, like all of the gibberish that Monoxide says at the beginning of episodes.
Oh my God.
I can't remember now.
Gibberish? Monoxide does not say no gibberish.
No, I speak the truth. I speak the truth.
The R-truth.
The R-truth, okay? So, anyways, I have decided, before we get into the cusp of everything, trying to fill everybody in since the last time we were here, I've decided to bring in a new segment, which is going to involve all of you people at home that are listening to this, if you're still awake for this right now. It is time for a good old-fashioned quiz show, testing your knowledge with wrestling. And yes, I am going to be quizzing Guapo and Kristen today, see how well their knowledge is.
I wasn't ready for this.
No, nobody was ready for
this.
But
let's go.
But this is actually a legit contest. There's no prizes won, except that you have now...
Boo.
Yes, exactly. Well, you can get a lifetime supply of Slim Jims, if that's...
Alright.
Alright, so... I've gathered up this question, and I think it's a very challenging question for the both of you, and for the audience at home. So, here we go. There is one achievement that these three wrestlers have in common. Kevin Nash, Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter. These are the only three guys to have achieved this. What is the achievement?
Kevin Nash,
Sergeant Slaughter, and Ric Flair.
Sergeant Slaughter. What three achievements have these men?
One. They achieved one thing.
And they're the only ones that have achieved it.
Exactly.
No cheating. No Googling.
I'm not Googling.
No Googling.
I'm not Googling the Googler.
You can debate this amongst yourselves. You can do whatever you want. In fact...
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not any, like major title. Like, it's not, like, Grand Slam or Triple Crown or any kind of, like, championships like that.
You let me know if you have surrendered and classify yourself as obsolete to this question. So
it's not any of those.
Huh. What have all these men done?
That nobody else has done.
Nobody else has done. They are the only
Kevin Nash, Sergeant Slaughter, and Ric Flair.
Correct.
Huh. That's a good one.
Ladies and
what has Ric Flair, Sergeant Slaughter, and Kevin Nash all done?
Well, it can't be anything that's WWE and TNA because Sergeant Slaughter wasn't in TNA, as far as I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have these two stumped. I am a genius.
I'm
the new Lanny Poffo.
I don't know about that much, but
I relent.
You're not even trying.
Yeah, I did.
You tried for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, but I know I'm not gonna get it.
You're not, because you're not even trying. That's why.
Maybe if we were doing women's wrestling, but
Jesus.
Yeah, Christ. You still wouldn't get it.
Now she's being sexist, ladies and gentlemen.
Or Jericho, or anything about Jericho.
This is so sexist, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not sexist. I just don't. These are beyond. You were the one that just said this is before your time.
Well, first off, you said women's wrestling, assuming somebody's gender. First off, that right there is deplorable, and that's why
deplorable, man.
If Guapo wants to keep thinking, but I don't know.
This is why we need guys like Daddy Trump to set you straight.
Can we just end this now?
Hell no!
This isn't fun anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hell no, we won't go.
Hell no, we won't go. Because we are going to make our country great again. And he is doing a fine, fantastic job because only he can brag about having a bigger button than Kim Jong-un. It's beautiful. Are your buttons bigger than Kim Jong-un? I didn't think so.
They might be.
Maybe. Anyways, Guapo.
I'm trying to think what all three of these men could... Okay. No, because all three of them... No, because people have done that. I was going to say maybe King of the Ring, but no.
No, none of them won King of the Ring.
Yeah.
It's going to be something... Is it something... Can you give us a yes or no answer?
No.
If you want,
have each...
Is it something dumb like...
Have they won the Royal Rumble?
I'm hearing too many people talk.
Have each of these men won the Royal Rumble at number 1?
Well, first off, only one of them. Only one of them has won the Royal Rumble, and that was Ric Flair.
I know it's not that.
Kristen, you had a question.
Is it something dumb like they all tore their quad going over, like climbing into the ring or something?
That would be like my dream answer, but no.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
They all had a really stupid injury trying to climb into the ring.
They have the ability to bleed without doing anything, just sitting there.
Spontaneously
exactly.
Start bleeding.
Just have a look and they all start bleeding.
Exactly. Like that one promo that Ric Flair said where I think it was like 2 weeks after he got beat up by Triple H, and he's telling the story about how some guy got killed when he was holding an umbrella, and the lightning struck and it hit the guy next to him, and he's like, I gotta wake up to this! I gotta wake up to this! It was fucking great. He hits himself and he's bleeding all over. He literally looked like a used tampon. It was fucking fantastic.
How do you know he wasn't a used tampon?
Dude, you just shut me the fuck up. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Oh.
Well,
that's what I'm here for. I'll be here all week, guys.
Yes. Anyways.
What's the answer?
Yes, please. I need to know this answer.
So you give up. You're not even gonna.
Yes.
Okay.
I am tapping out.
These three are the only wrestlers to have their debut WrestleMania match as the WWE champion. Now, technically, Kevin Nash showed up at WrestleMania 10, but he did not wrestle. They are the only guys to have their WrestleMania debut match defending the WWE title.
Huh, that's a good one.
Kevin Nash's first WrestleMania match was WrestleMania 11, and he faced Shawn Michaels defending the title. Ric Flair debuted at WrestleMania 8 defending the WWE title against Randy Savage, and WrestleMania 7, Sergeant Slaughter debuted at WrestleMania, or had his debut WrestleMania match against Hulk Hogan.
We should that's a good little trivia thing. We should make a show, one of these shows where we're not talking about, where we don't really have a big thing planned, where we all come up with questions and have sort of a 3-person quiz show where like one person asks a question and the 2 people can get a point and then it moves like around.
Sounds like a plan, but this would probably have to go on your channel since it's your idea.
No, you can go on yours.
Fine,
my channel doesn't fucking have anything. That channel
it's fine. It doesn't. Look, these videos.
I'll post a video at WrestleMania. How about that?
Works for me. Anyways, so there's your answer.
We could have an actual quiz show at WrestleMania. We can make fake podiums and everything.
All right, if we're gonna do that though, I want to be
If we're doing fake podiums, then we have to have an anonymous general manager.
I want to be like Chris Jericho, where I'm shirtless and I have a tag like slapped right on my chest, like so.
Okay, whatever makes the gimmick better. We will try and.
But I gotta be Chris Jericho of that year, so that way I can just go up to the host and like stare him down. And then
Suave, I will host it if Suave will be a contestant.
Suave, you need to be a contestant in our game show. He said okay.
All right, there we go.
All right.
I'll be the host.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been gone for a bit due to computer problems, but we are here. And a lot has changed since the last time that we actually did a show. I mean...
Well, this show is going to be more about just kind of catching up and talking about what's been going on in general as opposed to, like, a main thing that we normally... we talk about a pay-per-view or talk about a show like we normally do. We're just... Essentially, we're bullshitting more than usual.
The funniest thing is that the last show we did was 4 months ago. I did not even realize that.
Oh, God.
That's a while ago.
We haven't done a show in 4 months?
Yeah, that's right.
So many things have changed. So many people have had birthdays.
Not me.
I haven't.
I have.
That ain't right.
I'm 25 now.
By so many people, he means himself.
This is beyond a travesty. Like, okay, first off, we have the first ever Women's Royal Rumble that is going to happen. I didn't move for one reason. Not so much the match, but the way it was announced. That fucking segment with Stephanie McMahon was so fucking... It was so, like, pathetically hilarious.
I don't get that. I mean, it was very, like...
It was the mother hen gathering all her little chickens, saying, "Hey."
I'll give you that it definitely was Like, very like, we're so awesome, we're patting ourselves on the back, look at how progressive we are.
And not only that, they were just fighting. Absolution are like supposed to be these wretched beings that came around beating people up, and now all of a sudden we're hugging with them?
I had that same comment when we talked about this on Spaz's show, how, you know, kayfabe kind of got thrown out the window just for that one kind of moment. I wasn't too big on it, but, you know, I don't hate it. But when it comes to WWE and women's wrestling recently, they're very, like, pat themselves on the back, we're so progressive, hooray to us kind of thing. The same people that, like, when I started watching wrestling in 2007 were still having fucking bras and panties matches and lingerie pillow fights and pudding matches and shit like that.
And you had Tori Wilson back then, so it was great.
So, you know.
But
it's progressive. It's like you're congratulating yourself for being so progressive, like, way later than it should be. Like,
there was only one different thing they had to do to make this segment better. And all it was they're all fighting. Stephanie McMahon could still come out and make the announcement, but instead of just coming out and smiling and being like the mother hen, she does her little Stephanie McMahon shtick where she tells everybody, you're going to fucking stop. I'm sick and tired of all this chaos, and there's only one way to solve this. We're going to have the first ever women's Royal Rumble.
That would have been good. I would have really dug that.
That would have been I mean, you still have the announcement. It's still a big thing, but instead of the women like, oh my god, like kumbaya, my lord. You
kumbaya, exactly. My lord. Kumbaya.
Jimmy Crack on, and I don't care. Jimmy Crack on. No, okay.
I don't care about this segment. What?
I have a different question though, because it's something that
you may get a different answer.
That's true. So they've debuted Asuka in Raw, and they've kind of made her, like, you know, her big tagline is she's undefeated. Like, she hasn't lost in NXT, she hasn't lost on Raw. If she loses in the Royal Rumble, has she technically been defeated?
No, because she hasn't been pinned or submitted.
Okay,
that's usually what they mean.
Okay.
That's just usually what they mean. It was like when Kurt Angle had his undefeated streak. Yeah, he lost matches, but there was always technicality. Like, okay, it was a tag match, and he wasn't the one that was pinned.
Okay.
So it's
just usually, curious what you guys thought.
It's when they say undefeated streak, what they mean is nobody has pinned them 1, 2, 3 or made them say I quit. So
okay.
If she gets thrown out of the Rumble,
who is y'all's favorite to win?
The women's.
Two questions. Who's your favorite to win? And also, is this an opportunity for the woman who wins to jump to another show? Like, say someone wins from Raw, they jump to SmackDown to win the SmackDown women's title instead of the Raw women's title, which is what I've always loved about the Royal Rumble in general, that they've kind of gotten away from the idea that they could show up on either show, especially now that the shows are really separate again.
Okay, so
do you think it's who do you think's gonna win, and would they have the ability to jump show if? I mean, I wouldn't see as much of a need to, because the women's titles are essentially the same on each show. The only way I would see them jumping ship is if they'd already won the Raw Women's Championship or the SmackDown Women's Championship, and they wanted to be, you know, in the short list of names to have both.
I will answer your second question first. I will say, yeah, you could do that just to freshen things up a bit for that superstar if you want to. If they've done everything on their show and you want to just trade them off to the next show. And
the example I think of right off the bat is Becky Lynch.
Yes.
If she won.
Well, the one that I want to win is, this is my girl right here. I want Alicia Fox. This woman here, she's the best. She's great.
She's the best.
That woman, in the lead up to Survivor Series, was so fucking great. She had a captain hat.
And she got such a big push, and then nothing.
Oh, that's what was it? A sailor's hat or a captain hat in the lead up to Survivor Series? It was fucking magnificent. Like, when they actually give her mic time, she is hilarious. She is the greatest thing on that show, female wise. other than Nia Jax. And right. I'll get to Nia Jax when we talk about the mixed tag match because I have a big rant there. I want my girl Alicia Fox. I know she ain't gonna win. It's pretty obvious. It's either gonna be Asuka, Ronda Rousey if she shows up.
Yep.
Or I would really hate if like a Ronda Rousey showed up and won.
That's another thing.
I would really hate that.
A bunch of people are predicting that if Ronda Rousey showed up, and if Ronda Rousey won the Royal Rumble, that she would get the same amount of hate that Roman Reigns got years prior when he won the Rumble, and I don't agree with that at all.
I don't agree with that at all either.
I don't think she would get that level of hate. I personally would hate it, but I don't think she would get Roman Reigns' level of heat. I don't even think she would get heat, to be completely honest. I think everybody would be excited, and then there'd be a lot of people confused. I would hate it just for the fact that this is the first Women's Royal Rumble, and so to have, like, you know, unless she's signed, a celebrity win it would be like, you know,
I think she is signed, though. That's the thing.
Well, we don't know yet.
Is she signed?
We don't know. The only thing we know is this, is that apparently Triple H, this is internet rumors, dirt sheets, Triple H missed SmackDown this week, and, I mean, yeah, you're going to say he's not on the show, but he usually attends every show because he's hands-on with everything, but he missed that show to attend a dinner that involved Ronda Rousey, and they're rumoring that he did that so that he can negotiate contracts.
I think she'll definitely make an appearance because they're going to need some women to fill. They're going to have 30 slots.
I think she'll at least be at WrestleMania. I think that's because I never was a big Ronda Rousey fan. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was not a fan of Ronda Rousey at all. And did I take great pride in her losing to Holly Holm? Not really. I mean, I made fun of it, sure. I acted like Paul Heyman and said that she was the 1 in the 12 and 1, or whatever the fuck it was. But I can appreciate the fact she is a wrestling fan. She obviously gives a shit about the business enough that she left MMA to try and train for pro wrestling, so you can tell she gives a shit. I don't think she's going to half-ass it. I think she's going to do quite well for herself. But, yeah, Mia Khalifa, I'm telling you right now, she's going to do pretty good for herself. I mean, when Eva Marie has to school you on the logic of wrestling.
Oh, and she did. And it was
great.
The one time I'm like, you go, Eva Marie.
What made me laugh so hard was that Mia Khalifa on that show, she was like being so arrogant, like, oh yeah, this fake shit. Oh my God, Ronda Rousey is her career's gonna tank. And then as soon as Eva Marie comes on, and very well spoken, not belittling her in any way, not calling her an idiot, just explaining how wrestling is and how it always has been. And there's Mia Khalifa, that arrogant side that we saw of her, just went to the wayside. It was like, oh my God, when somebody calls you out on your bullshit, you tend to be a little bit more humble. That's really funny. So
I would be excited to see Ronda Rousey in the Women's Royal Rumble. I would not be excited to see her win, just because I feel like, since it's the first one, I feel like it'd be a little bit of a slap in the face to all the women who have made their name here in WWE.
Well,
for Ronda Rousey to win the first one.
What do you think?
Honestly, it's very difficult to pinpoint this because I like both women who are already the title holders of both Raw and SmackDown. However, I don't see Asuka winning it just because I feel like they're going to try to push her for a bigger feud, or I feel like they're going to make her the champion before we even get to Mania, which sucks because I love Alexa Bliss, but realistically, Asuka's a bigger draw. If anything, I think we get a debut of Kairi Sane in the Women's Rumble, and Kairi wins it, debuting, just because that's a that's a mark match. That's a match that people already are wanting to see between Kairi Sane and Asuka. So putting it on a main stage, I feel like Vince might want that as a draw because he knows both those women can put on a hard-hitting match for women.
I'm a little bit perplexed how they're going to do this. Because it's like, let's see here. The only thing we know is that it is going to be 30 women.
Yes.
They haven't really like in the men's rumble, there's kind of like a small push that you can see where you can predict it's probably going to be one of like these 3 guys or these 4 guys or something like that. They haven't really done this with this women's thing. All they've been pushing as this historic first time ever women's Royal Rumble.
That's not even my thing. It's like a lot of these women that they've got are only like 5'3", 5'4". How are you going to initiate a Royal Rumble where the whole point is you got to throw them over the top rope and both feet up to touch the floor, when a good portion of these women, if you've seen Battle Royals, they've always had to like flex
they've had to essentially, if you go through any rope.
I mean, the only women I could see actually going over the top rope are people like Nia Jax, Charlotte, who's not even going to be in because she's a champion unless she loses it between now and then. Who the hell else is really, really tall? That might be it.
Tall?
Yeah, those are the only ones that are real tall.
Like, tall women, like, I'm talking like 5'10".
Peyton Royce.
Peyton Royce is only like 5'7", 5'8".
Still, I mean, she's taller than most of the girls.
But even then, it's like you take a woman like, let's say, Alicia Fox, who's about the same height. Little interesting tidbit.
They're just built differently.
And here's the other thing, too. This is another thing that's interesting. Alicia Fox's build height is 5'8". I never told this story before, but I was going to Raw. This was Orlando when they were at WrestleMania weekend. I actually bumped into Alicia Fox. She was wearing high heels, so 5'8" woman, and I'm still taller than her. So either they're lying about her height, or I'm taller than I give myself credit for.
Well, it could be one or the other. I wouldn't put it past them to. I mean, they lie about how big some people are. When they started doing when they did weights and stuff.
I could see that for the guys, but why the girls?
I don't have a winner for this. I mean, if you were to make me pick somebody right now,
gun to your head, who you picking?
It would be somebody from SmackDown because I feel like they have several storylines they can do on Raw, and the point of a Royal Rumble is to start a storyline. So it'd have to be somebody on SmackDown unless somebody from Raw is gonna jump ship.
But the other thing too is it going to be as long as the men's Royal Rumble? Are they going to actually have 90-second intervals, or are they going to just dumb it down to 60 like the 1995 Royal Rumble?
I think they'll probably do it to 60 just because to have 2 Royal Rumbles on the same
Suave
show,
says Nia Jax.
That's what I was going to say.
I'd be fine with that.
Too.
I'd be fine with
I'd
Nia
be okay
Jax.
with Nia winning.
I'm one of the few that likes Nia.
I did not like Nia at first. I will admit that. I like her more now. She's one of the few people that, to me, is better on the main roster than she was on NXT.
Yeah, because NXT it's a different animal. Completely different
Well,
animal.
and I feel like, to me, and it might be a nitpick, but
it is a nitpick.
both me and Spaz have, is I feel like from her, it is a fucking nitpick.
Wait. Before you make your point, you said Spaz, right?
Yeah.
I want Naomi to win. That's it. Spaz, I want Naomi to win. I want Naomi to win, and I want her to actually remember that promo that Baron Corbin cut where he said all you fans are gonna cry and whine on the internet. I want her to do the same thing, and I want her to point right at Spaz at the TV. Anyways, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, I want that too, but. My nitpick with Nia Jax, now that she's gotten, it was a nitpick back then. Her moveset on NXT is different from her moveset on Raw. Her moveset on NXT was a big, like, a lot of her finishing moves were like, I'm a big girl, so I'm going to squish you. Like, where you throw somebody into the corner and just, like, throw your whole body weight against them. Or she used to do the Hulk Hogan leg drop kind of thing. Like, all of her finishing moves were like, I'm a big girl, so I'm going to squish you. I feel like since she's moved to Raw, and I don't know if it's because she's learning new movesets or whatever, I feel like her moveset has transformed into, I'm a powerful woman, like kind of a Beth Phoenix-esque kind of thing, where she's doing more slams, more like, I'm stronger than you, more as I'm bigger than you kind of thing. And I know that's nitpicky, but...
I mean, I don't mind her being the big girl doing big girl moves because it still separates her from the roster as long as you are unique. And Nia Jax just by herself looks unique.
I also, on a side note, as dumb as it is, I like her little, like, storylines with Enzo. Like, I think it's, like, adorable, but that's just a side note. It's adorable and stupid at the same time, and I don't know, I fucking love it.
It's great, but it's at the expense of something I will rant about later, trust me. It's
okay.
Okay, so, the other... I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know what else to say about the Women's Royal Rumble, but, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I'm always a fan of the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble has always been my favorite pay-per-view.
Mine too.
Mainly because it's not a pay-per-view that you have to take seriously in a sense, because the match itself is more about you just want to see who's coming out next. It's the thrill, and then having your friends by your side, like anticipating the next entrant, and if it's a surprise entrant, then it makes it better. So I hope for the women's sake they have some surprise entrants. I want to see some old.
I think they're already doing that. They're already hinting at that kind of stuff, because even on the last Raw, during a backstage segment with Kurt Angle, he's on the phone talking about, I know you haven't wrestled in this long, but, it's the Women's Royal Rumble, blah, blah, blah. That's probably going to happen. I mean, do I think Trish Stratus is going to show up? Maybe.
She's not pregnant, right?
I think she is pregnant, actually. I think she's having her second child.
Yeah, so then she can't wrestle.
So... Well, I didn't remember that. But, you might have, like, Alita show up, or Victoria, or, or Tori Wilson, or whatever. You're going to have some people show up, just because you would have to put the Raw, SmackDown, and NXT women's division together to get 30 women. I definitely think we're going to see at least a Bella Twin or two.
I hope
maybe both of them will show up. I would be surprised if both of them show up, but definitely one of them will probably show up. I'm just excited, like I say about every women's thing that we talk about on the show, is the fact that, like I've said earlier, I started watching in 2007. They wasn't the height of bra and panty matches and all that, because they started going PG sort of around that time. But I definitely lived through the, 2.5-minute women's matches, and nobody talked, and everybody's character was you were either the good guy or the bitchy heel. So, I'm excited for the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm excited to see what they'll do.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the questions that I want answered aren't going to be answered until either A, they confirm it beforehand, or B, the actual match happens, so...
Spaz did ask us if we thought it was going to be the main event. I do not think it's going to be the main event. The men's Royal Rumble will be the main event.
That was another thing.
I wouldn't be surprised if the women's Royal Rumble starts the show, and then they have title matches in the middle, and then the men's Royal Rumble ends the show. Starting the show is not a bad thing.
Yeah, but I would say
Chris Jericho would tell you that it's setting the pace for the entire pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's true. That's why I always felt Money in the Bank was a good fit for the opener of WrestleMania, but we don't get that anymore. But speaking of Royal Rumble, now we got the men's. Who do you got? I got Roman Reigns, and I can't wait to see that. I cannot wait. It's going to be so great seeing Philly just completely crap on it.
Oh, yeah, they're doing it in Philly. I'd be surprised they don't burn the whole stadium down.
Oh, I I will laugh in hysterics.
Guapo, what do you think? Who do you think's gonna win the men's Royal Rumble?
I think he agreed with me.
Guapo, are you still there? I know we were talking about women's wrestling for a while.
Sorry.
It scared you
Oh,
off.
I thought Daddy Chump came knocking.
I had you on mute for some reason. I'm not sure.
Fuck you, because we were talking about women's wrestling. Fuck you, Guapo. Who do you think's going to win the men's Royal
Rumble? Men's or women's?
Men's.
We've already.
Men's. I mean, it's the same thing. So.
Yeah, gender fluid.
They have next year. They have a gender fluid Royal Rumble, and anybody can enter.
That's beautiful, man.
Goldust will flourish.
I love it.
Goldust will win because he's Goldust.
Goldust or Velveteen Dream.
Or both.
For both, they both win.
That'd be great.
The first ever dual Royal Rumble winners.
The return of Stardust. I can't.
Yes.
I would love it.
Because he's doing so well in the other shows that he's definitely coming back to WWE. I'm being sarcastic.
But no, men's, it's honestly, I really, really want it to be Finn Balor to win this year. However, I'm perfectly okay if my, because these are my two number ones, Finn Balor, and then my other person who I'm predicting to win, his entrance music starts with a.
Yes! There you go, I'll take that. Braun Strowman. But wait, Braun Strowman's not going to be in because he's in the title match.
Yeah, he's in the title match. He's not going to be in the Rumble match.
Oh, he's not? Okay, then I'm going to switch that to, I fade away and classify myself as obsolete!
Absolutely not.
And Suave is motioning to me to tell you that his pick is Cesaro.
What?
It's never going to be Cesaro, Suave. I'm sorry.
You know what? Then I'll change my pick.
It's never going to be Cesaro.
I'll change my pick. I'm picking Fandango. I want Fandango to win. I mean, it's his time.
It is. He's worked hard.
He beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania, damn it. Not even Kenny Omega could do that. He had to do it at Wrestle Kingdom. Fuck! You have nothing on Fandango, bitch. Anyways.
Or shit, what's the fucker's name?
The fucker's name.
Good fucker?
He was involved with Carmella for a little while.
Cass?
No, James Ellsworth.
Oh, James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth.
That's great.
Back, wins the Rumble.
Yes, James Ellsworth wins the Rumble.
Because you know why he would win? Because every wrestler now seems to have this weird ability that they got to do a super kick or sweet chin music, and since he has no chin,
he can't get knocked out.
There you go.
He
Perfect.
doesn't have a chin. He doesn't have a chin to do sweet chin music on.
I'm loving
Exactly. It. He doesn't have the button on his chin because there is no chin to put a button on.
This is the best. We should be.
On a serious note.
They call me Ishmael.
On a serious note, I would love Finn Balor to win if they're going to, actually do this Balor Club thing somewhat seriously. I also could see Samoa Joe winning.
But Joe's hurt.
Nah, is he hurt now?
No, they said it's not that serious though.
Okay,
but is it?
Well,
like 2 weeks he'll be out.
Okay. I still pick Samoa Joe to win. I think that would be a good one.
Joe.
I'll take Joe.
I also wouldn't
it'd
be
pretty fucking sweet, wouldn't it? You
I also
fucking
wouldn't
mark.
be surprised with the push, except he's in the title match too, isn't he? Kevin Owens. He's in the title match.
He's in the WWE, yeah, handicap.
Man, yep. Then I'm going with Samoa Joe, but
why is I think Samoa Joe is going to be facing Cena. Though. I'm thinking he's facing Cena based on the promo that he cut on Raw.
That'd be interesting. Joe? I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, because they have history, like the legitimate history.
Oh yeah, they do. OVW.
And it would be a great match because, John Cena, if he's the one having to carry the match I don't feel is that good. But if he has someone, like John Cena has this unique ability to wrestle at, like, the caliber of whoever he's facing. So if whoever he's facing is boring, John Cena's boring. But if whoever he's wrestling is great, John Cena is elevated to that level.
A la AJ Styles.
Yeah.
A la Finn Balor. A la Jason Jordan?
Wait a minute, Finn Balor faced John Cena?
I don't think Finn Balor has faced John Cena.
Not in a singles match.
Maybe? I don't remember.
Would be interesting.
But I'm just saying that would be a good. I would be all for John Cena versus Samoa Joe. That'd be a great match to me.
Yeah. You know what? You know who deserves to win the Royal Rumble? You know who deserves to win the Royal Rumble this year?
Who?
The man with a towel that says you're ready, willing, and Gable.
And Gable.
That's you.
Chad fucking Gable. The purest wrestler on the fucking roster.
I would want him to win, but they'll just find a way to redo the match and then just screw him out of it.
It just put Jason Jordan in it and have a massive feud with him and Jason Jordan.
Oh, you know what? Jason Jordan. Let's go with him. Since
God, no.
That would be so fucking hilarious.
Oh my God.
Look, do you want Roman Reigns riot? Because if you make Jason Jordan win the fucking Royal Rumble, he will get heat. He will get Roman Reigns size heat.
He will get that heat. Let me tell you something about myself that has changed over the years. When I first came on here, I was just like everybody else. I used to get so mad at everything.
But that was the best part. Because you would get mad on a level higher than everyone else's.
But now, Vince McMahon, let me tell you something. Vince McMahon has accomplished something.
Kennedy McMahon.
He broke me down. Not like Matt Hardy.
He did. He finally ruined.
He broke me down to the point where I'm like, I am no longer going to allow this old fart to piss me off anymore. So, I'm going to just be like, you know what? Let's do it. If Roman Reigns is to be booed for the rest of his career, I can't wait. So if Roman Reigns wins the Rumble, I'm going to laugh hysterically over it. If Jason Jordan wins, I'll laugh even more hysterically. So,
can I ask you guys something about Jason Jordan? Did you guys watch the last Raw?
Yes.
This week's Raw. Well, then I'm talking to Monoxide. Jason Jordan's
Hi, Monoxide.
promo, and I've been told that it was supposed to come off this way, but Jason Jordan's promo with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, was that not the fucking cringiest thing?
I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was like the second coming of CM Punk and Steve Austin.
Was it not like, you know, a nerd who's like finally with the yacht crew being like, oh my God, guys, we're so cool, right? We're so cool, right? And I know that's how it was about to come off, but it was so hard for me to watch. Like, I'm just like,
he just signed a new contract.
So cringy.
Listen, I thought that was his Austin 316 moment right there.
His Austin 316.
That,
okay, I want serious Monoxide for a second. Would you really?
Wait a minute. Are you saying that I would not legitimately believe
Could debut, but no. He wouldn't win.
No.
Jason
Suave
Jordan.
and Guapo are having a separate conversation.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, Jason Jordan, to me, he's not as bad as people make him out to be.
I don't hate it. Like, I know he's supposed to be super cringy, but, like, I don't like super cringy things, so.
But see, that's the difference between you and me. Like,
I can't watch things of somebody else embarrassing themselves, because then I feel embarrassed for them, and I don't want to feel that way.
I can understand what you're saying if, like, let's say it was a legitimate embarrassment. But if it's a work...
Yeah, it's a work. It's totally a fucking work.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If it's a work, then it's different.
But I still...
But is it a work?
But I still don't like that feeling that I get when I'm just like, oh, I'm so embarrassed for you. I am, however, enjoying all the Dean Ambrose memes that I'm seeing of him staring at a TV going, as you watch Jason Jordan take your spot.
Can we talk about the biggest work? Because this might happen?
Yes. Go.
Ziggler.
No.
What about Ziggler?
That, one, his angles of work. Two, Rumble winner.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's a total fucking work. No way. If they were going to pull the trigger on Dolph Ziggler, they would have done it by now. And they're not going to. Dolph Ziggler is Marty Jannetty, okay?
Dolph Ziggler, how dare you?
Well, wait.
Dolph Ziggler is not Marty Jannetty.
How is he Marty Jannetty? There's not even a Shawn Michaels.
I'm sorry. This is. He just is. He'll be on the show for a little while longer.
Working from the fucking Spirit Squad, thank you.
Well, Kenny,
I'm just
somewhat.
Saying.
Kenny's on the independent circuit.
I want him to do well, but he's fucking Marty Jannetty, and he doesn't even need a Shawn Michaels to make him Marty Jannetty. He just fucking is.
What? You know what, Kristen? You're Marty Jannetty of this fucking call.
You know what? Your face is Marty Jannetty.
Wait a minute. Okay, we've got a Marty Jannetty, so then who are we?
Me and you are the Shawn Michaels.
I'm not Marty Jannetty. I'm the token female of the group, okay? And that's demeaning enough.
To be fair, though, Guapo does have a point. You do look like Marty Jannetty. You got
fuck you.
You got the same. You got the same hair color.
And haircut.
And haircut.
No, I don't.
Now, do you want to sleep with your stepdaughter? That's another question.
That's fucking weird. We're going into a weird place now.
What? It's a basic question.
What else do we want to talk about? We have so much to talk about.
The mixed tag match challenge. I've got a little rant, but I'll let you guys talk first.
No.
Run!
I want to hear the rant first.
Yeah, but it's not like my old school rant.
Is it what? On a level of 1 to 10, 10 being old school rant, 1 being, you're just vaguely
I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot to be old school.
Do it. I want an old school monoxide rant.
All right.
As close as you can get.
All right. So.
As close as you can get.
Before I depart for like maybe 2 minutes, I had a dream once. And my dream was that one day we were going to see the greatest couple in WWE history. The greatest fucking couple. I was hoping for the day that we got Nia Jax and Braun Strowman. That would have been the power couple of the century. And we were close to it! We were fucking close to it! They even hinted it! They had promos together. Nia Jax was saying, I'm going to be your partner. Don't fucking touch me. It was fucking fantastic. I even had it in my head what their theme song was going to be. It was going to be, like, literally, I'm not like most girls. And then they just come out and they do their thing. It was going to be fantastic. And what do? You snatch it away from me. You get rid of Braun Strowman and replace him with who? The black guy who smiles. The guy that, if it was dark in the room, the only thing I'd see is his eyes and his teeth. This is bullshit.
That's racist.
I love Apollo Crews. I loved Uhaa Nation. He was a great fucking talent. But in WWE, he needs Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil is like the fucking guy that's carrying him right now. And Titus O'Neil is, how old is he? 40, so he doesn't really have many years left, but he could be a mouthpiece. And he's a great mouthpiece. But the problem is, they don't do anything with these two. And even if they did do something with these two, the one thing I don't want them to be doing is teaming them up with Nia Jax because she should be preserved for Braun Strowman. Which is also why I have a problem with Enzo being involved, because fuck you, Enzo. Like, what was it? Corey Graves says, you are a porg in a blender. Fuck you. Get Braun Strowman in there. Have them together. It would be fucking awesome. It would be Braun-orific. You fucking took it away from me. Vince, you broke me. You broke me, and you broke my heart. That would have been the best fucking thing in this company since Austin 316, and you took it the fuck away. Die.
Don't go breaking my heart.
On a monoxide rant scale, I give that a 6.
I don't wish death upon people, but god damn it. Whoever decided to break that up needs to die.
For anybody who hasn't listened to myself or Monoxide for as long as we've been on YouTube, a 10 on the Monoxide scale is when he's telling people that they should have been aborted by a clothes hanger. That's a 10.
And the fact that you find that funny
It's not funny, but it was.
So why do you laugh? Why is it funny?
I'm just saying. I'm just telling the viewers that that's what a 10 is on the Monoxide Rant scale.
But see,
here's a 6.
Here's the thing. You would laugh when I would say stuff like
yes,
that.
Yes, because you say fucking crazy shit.
Whoa.
And it's hilarious because of how you're saying it. Maybe not because of what you're saying, it's because most people, when it comes to saying things, have like a little guy in their brain that like tells them you can't fucking say that. When you go on a level 10 Monoxide Rant, that guy's like, I can't, there's so much shit, I can't check all of it before it goes out the fucking door. So yes, being aborted by a clothes hanger, that made it through the fucking door. Look at the shit that I didn't let out.
The only other thing you gotta remember was that at that time that you were hearing those Monoxide Rants, he was what, 19, 20? I was a young...
I still miss some. I miss them sometimes. I like this Monoxide that just like I'm gonna find joy in it despite what is going on. But I miss those sometimes.
Wait a minute. How you think this is all an act? I am very serious.
No. I know you're very serious, which is why I'll never hear a level 10 Monoxide Rant ever again.
You know what? You know who you sound like right now? You sound like Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin Nash said in a shooting review about Shawn Michaels, oh, man, he's a different cat now, but goddamn, I miss that old one.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Level 10 Monoxide Rant is, and I don't think it exists anymore, or maybe it does somewhere on the internet, is the video that I posted whenever me and Paul convinced you to watch...
the best match ever?
Yes, the best match ever, Jenna versus Charmel.
That was a 5-star classic. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. I missed that level of Monoxide Rant, and you know it doesn't exist on my channel anymore. But
there's the other one that MB has of me ranting, where I said her mouth is a cock warmer.
I think that one's gone too, because I think MB went through a purging phase where he's
it's still up.
Is it still up?
Yeah, I can go find it. Yeah, it's on his Skype chat channel though.
Okay, I gotta go. I think I'm only subscribed to his wrestling channel because I know he purged a bunch of stuff off of his normal channel.
Yeah, MB Skype. But anyways, as I'm looking for this video, what was I saying? The mixed match. You know what I'm talking about.
Mixed match classic or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
Mixed match challenge.
Okay, so what is your thoughts on this whole entire scenario? It's a very interesting
One, I would like to say I thought of this match about 7 years ago when we were doing call leagues.
Oh, I found it, by the way.
I convinced every call league. I tried to convince every call league I was in to do a similar type of match, but there weren't enough women in any of the call leagues I was in.
Yeah, it's a guy thing.
To do it.
Record button. Okay.
So, I would like to say that I had this idea way earlier. 2, I thought I would be like, they produce some of the tag teams they produce have been very predictable. Like, they're pairing husbands and wives together, like Jay Uso and Naomi and Rusev and Lana. Those ones are, pretty predictable. The ones I love are like the ones that are kind of out of left field, like Miz and Asuka. I fucking love that tag team. I just do. I think it's great.
I don't see how that works though for that one.
It's so weird, but like I love it at the same time. Other ones that I don't like as much. I feel like this one is pandering to fans. Finn Balor and Sasha. I love both of those people, but I feel like they were like, people love Sasha and people love Finn Balor. We'll just put that together and make this team, even though they're characters on the show. Like, Finn Balor's kind of being a heel right now. He's kind of being a dick. And Sasha's definitely a face. Bayley and Elias Sampson, I think, are pretty amazing.
Listen. You can talk about Bayley and Elias Sampson and what was the other one that you... Oh, Asuka and Miz. Those are fine. Oh, what was it? Shinsuke Nakamura and Natalya, they're teaming up. It's still just leaving an empty void in my heart knowing we're not getting Braun Strowman and Nia Jax.
I was convinced we were getting Nia Jax and Enzo.
Well, I
was convinced.
But see, the thing is, they were, as I was saying in my rant, they were teasing it. Like, they literally had videos up online where Braun Strowman opens a door and Nia Jax, like, just slaps him in the arm and says, "You're my partner for the mixed tag match." And then Braun Strowman just looks at her and goes, "Don't touch me." And I'm just like, this is going to be great. Nia Jax is all super into it and Braun Strowman's being Braun Strowman. But then I could see in the story, like, she starts to become ruthless, and then she'll start screaming randomly when she's wrestling. That's the best part about Braun Strowman. When he's destroying people, he screams off the top of his lungs. It's fucking great. And I want Nia Jax to be doing that when she's destroying bitches.
Well, what do you feel about Alicia Fox and Goldust?
The thing is that I've always liked teams that were different in a sense. Like, all right, one of my favorite teams, maybe a lot of you don't know about this one. I've been watching wrestling too long. One of my favorite teams, believe it or not, was Matt Hardy and MVP. Because these two did not get along at all, but their chemistry was so great.
The quintessential odd couple. When they would try and beat each other in, like, basketball matches.
Exactly.
And shit. I was around for that one, guys.
But you were around, but maybe whoever's listening to this, if they're new to the wrestling world, believe it or not, just to show you how new some of these fans are, I went to WrestleMania 26, for any of you out there. That was 8 years ago. And
I also went to WrestleMania 26.
I went to WrestleMania 30.
I'm talking about Raw the night after. I went to Raw.
That was the first WrestleMania we actually saw each other in person, Monoxide.
Mm-hmm. But to finish the point, I was at Raw, and these people next to us, I was talking to a friend of mine who I was sitting next to, and all of a sudden, the name Chris Benoit came up, and these fucking people had no fucking clue who I was talking about. Not a fucking clue.
I can't tell you when you first met me that I wouldn't have been the exact same.
What?
When you first met me, I didn't know who Chris Benoit was.
But see, here's the thing. I got to know you, and you told me specifically you weren't a fan that long. But it's like, what was that, 2010? So that was just 3 years shy of the whole thing. Not even. It wasn't even 3. And the fact that they didn't even know who the fuck I was talking about, it just showed that landscape changes, where they're getting new fans every year. It's constantly revolving. Not only that, it just makes me feel so goddamn fucking old, but...
Fuck you, you're the youngest one in this call, I think.
I'm older than Guapo. Guapo's 25, yeah. I'm 28.
I forget that.
Like, I think...
God damn it, Guapo, I always forget how young you are, you fucking baby.
Suave, I think, is like a month older than
Don't be mad. Don't be mad, bruh. Don't be mad.
No, Suave's older than Guapo. He's probably a year younger than... How old is Suave? Yell at him.
He's 28. Suave! Suave! How old are you?
What?
How old are you?
28.
He's 28.
All right, but when did you turn 29?
When you turn 20, your birthday's April, right? March. His birthday's March.
So he is older than me. I told you, my birthday's in April.
Yes.
Not by much. I forget how young Guapo is. Because he's like a fucking like homeowner and shit.
Oh.
What?
You know what?
Because you're a fucking like homeowner and shit.
Yes, I own my own home. I have a full-time job, and I pay my bills.
He's like a goddamn adult, as opposed to the rest of us.
The only thing I gotta do is just buy some stock in like a public company so I can get some money.
I do have that.
I should have bought fucking Bitcoin 10 years ago.
I'm just trying to survive.
What do you think of the mixed match challenge?
It's either going to be Braun and Alexa that win, or Bobby Roode and Flair.
I love the idea that there are oddball couples like Alexa and Braun. and also couples that once you put them together, you're like, oh no, that's actually like a well-formed tag team, like Charlotte and Bobby Roode.
I'm trying to come up
with
their
gimmicks are kind of similar.
I'm trying to come up with somebody that would have been a perfect fit for Alicia Fox. And it's just not coming.
You don't think Goldust being weird is the same
thing? No, that's the thing. They're the same. I'm trying to come up with somebody polar opposite.
The real oddball ones are Miz and Asuka, like
right.
shit like that.
I think oddball teams, for just some reason, they mesh. Like, all right, perfect example. Again, going way back, even way back. Two guys that were polar opposite, specifically ring style wise, was Brian Pillman and Steve Austin. They were a great fucking tag team.
That one's beyond me.
Guys, hold on. We're missing. Look, WWE is missing the chance of putting together the best mixed tag team together. They're missing the chance of putting together Matt Hardy and Reby Hardy.
Oh, you know what? That would have been great, having Matt Hardy and Reby.
Is he actually married to her now? Is she actually
They've been married.
Yes, they've been married.
I don't fucking follow that shit.
How do you think King Maxwell came to existence?
And Lord Wolfgang!
I know nothing about any of that shit.
Get yourself educated, or then classify yourself as obsolete.
No.
Or
she does not need to get educated. She needs to be awoken. Yeah.
I think.
Or there's this amazing thing on DirecTV where I just fucking fast forward through that shit.
I think Daddy Trump should invite Matt Hardy to the White House. Broken Matt Hardy.
Can we not?
That would be fucking great. Having him come in, looking at everything, going, yes, it's the Trump compound. This is great.
You guys are killing my buzz.
Great, even better. Let's keep going. Anyways, Mixed Match Challenge. What is this? Is it supposed to be like a tournament or just like a show for mixed?
I think it's a tournament, but it's only going to be on Facebook. So I guess they're going to post the matches on they've made a Facebook page for it and everything. And I'm guessing the matches are only going to be posted there. It's their way of like expanding their social media reach.
Okay.
I think it's an interesting concept. I don't know why they don't. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't post it on the WWE Network and on Facebook. I think it would be dumb if they only posted on Facebook, but I'm excited about it. I'm excited at any time WWE decides to come out of staleness and try something new, even if it fails, to try something new.
Like the XFL.
Like the WWE Scramble match, which had so many fucking confusing rules, but, you know.
Kristen. Say
yes.
Stop.
Say stop?
Yes.
Stop.
Say stop. Alright. Well, there's only one.
Huh?
What?
What the fuck was the point of that? I have to subject my audience to your confusing jokes.
1998 Capital Carnage. WWE presents Capital Carnage in the UK.
Oh. I don't remember.
He had a thing that he was doing. He just didn't do it well.
Oh, of course not. Trying to swerve me as well.
Oh, yes.
So what, is this the next old school pay-per-view we gotta watch?
I guess so.
Exactly. It might be.
That ain't right.
I'm going on.
98,
yeah. Let's see. I'm going to the Wikipedia page for it because
I remember One Night Only, and
This show was never on the rails. The show has always been off the rails.
But then again, it wouldn't be as entertaining.
Let's see. For the first match, we have Gangrel versus Al Snow.
Oh my god, that's a classic right there.
Then we have the Headbangers, consisting of Mosh and Thrasher. Against the Legion of Doom, Animal and Droz.
Oh my god, he's gonna puke!
Then we have Val Venus versus Goldust.
Oh my god, I am so excited for this. This has to be awful. This has to be terrible.
While you guys continue this, I'll be right
back. Then we have Tiger Ali Singh?
Oh, that was the guy that, if you remember back in the day, he would pay $500 to any audience member that would do some crazy fucking stunt.
Yeah, and he's going up against Edge.
That's great.
Then we have
Tiger Ali
Christian and Sable in a mixed tag match against Jacqueline and Marco Mario?
Mark Marrow.
Mark Marrow.
You are fucked up. How do you not remember Mark Marrow?
I don't remember Mark Marrow.
You don't remember Wild Man Mark Marrow? Or Marvelous Mark Marrow?
Let's see. Okay, I see him now. I looked at the picture. I remember him.
Also, I can attest to the fact that Guapo is not fucked up right now. I've actually seen him fucked up.
He just butchered Mark Marrow's name just now.
I can't read.
God.
Why do you have to point out, things he's self-conscious about?
And now we have
self-conscious?
I don't know.
And now we have a Intercontinental Championship match. Ken Shamrock, who is the current champion, versus Steve Blackman.
Wait, he's a current champion?
Talking about?
The card.
Yes, currently.
For the card.
Right
for the card.
It's not Roman Reigns.
But wait a minute. Hold on. What month was this?
This was in December.
Okay, because that would have been after Rock's long-ass title reign, and then Triple H won, and then he got hurt.
Correct.
Alright, so that makes sense.
Ken Shamrock, and he also has a manager of Big Boss Man.
Oh, yeah, that's when he came back and he was wielding the fucking thing.
What else are we going to talk about? Because I still got to do some DDP yoga.
Yes, but the next match in the card, because there's fucking 11 matches, the 8th match on the card is Triple H with Chyna against Jeff Jarrett with Deborah.
Oh, that is amazing.
And now for the WWF Tag Team Championship match, the New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg, against D'Lo Brown and Mark Henry.
Now I'm so interested to seeing this.
And now the WWF Championship match, The Rock against X-Pac.
Oh, yes! Oh, my God, now I'm excited.
It took the last match for him.
Nope, that's not the last match.
Oh,
because we have a fatal 4-way match now for the main event of Stone Cold Steve Austin against Kane, against Mankind, against The Undertaker.
Damn it, I wanted The Rock and X-Pac to be the last match.
With special guest referee Gerald Briscoe.
Damn, it's like a house show.
Right?
This is a fucking house show.
Mark it in your books. Capital Carnage. It's the only one on the network.
I wonder if this is going to be as good as Beware of Dog, where the fucking power went out. And
I don't even know how we got to this point.
I don't know either.
How did we get here?
Well,
how did we get anywhere?
Oh, I remember, because I said something about it would be a travesty if this wasn't on the WWE Network. And then this is where this happened.
I'm telling you. This pay-per-view is awesome already, just hearing the card.
Guys, you know what time it is?
Astonished. What time is it?
It's time to drink it in, man.
Tell me you watched astonished when I come on this show, as opposed to Spaz's show that has, a structure and everything, and he tries to keep us all in line. Whereas Steve is like, fuck it, we're going off the rails immediately.
But see, that's the thing. I mean, I can't speak for Spaz's show, no offense. I haven't really kept up with it.
I like that, but at the same time, like, anytime, for everybody watching, if there's ever any structure to a show, it's not because Steve is imposing a structure on the show.
No.
It's because I, in my soberness, desperately try to have a structure to the show and then give up about halfway.
Because, again, you know my personality.
Because Monoxide and Guapo cannot be contained within a structure.
Now imagine at WrestleMania.
I can't be tamed.
Get ready for WrestleMania weekend when we're all cosplaying.
Yeah.
There will be video. There was discussion. There was discussion about. So I lost a bet.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that then.
So for those of you who are new to the show, a while back on Spaz Phoenix channel. By the way, go check it out. YouTube.com/Spaz Phoenix.
Subscribe.
I was convinced that Matt Hardy's broken character would never show up on WWE. Clearly it has. Sort of. Clearly it has. And so because of that, I am now dressing like Nikki Bella at WrestleMania. Well, WrestleMania weekend, because I've decided to steer in to the skid and just go all out. Like, I have fucking merch. I have a fucking wig. I'm going to go look up what kind of engagement ring John Cena has bought her so I can get a fake version of that shit. There's going to be a bit involved. Which if Monoxide, if I can't post it on my own channel, I will request that Monoxide post it on his channel.
Yes.
Because I'm not putting in all this fucking work for it to not end up on the internet.
Now, my question is, should we tell them who everybody else is going to be?
I do have a Brie Bella.
Okay.
Because that's part of the bit. I won't tell you anything about who my Brie Bella is going to be because that will just ruin it. But I do have a Brie Bella.
Yes.
Monoxide and Guapo also will do a thing, but clearly mine is going to be way more impressive than y'all's.
I don't know about that. Guapo, who are you going to be?
I'm going to be going as Kevin Owens.
Minus a beard.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah.
I have to shave tonight because we have company coming into work tomorrow, so I'm gonna try to not shave though. New girlfriend might not like it, but hey, fuck it.
Oh, there you go. Now, everybody who's known me for a long time knows I'm a fan of one guy in particular, and everybody on Facebook voted, and they had made their voices heard. They want me to be The Miz, so I will be The Miz.
I would like to add that he has been a fan of Miz since Miz was wearing those high water shorts.
They were Mizkeys, okay? I still stand by me.
Back when Miz was with John Morrison.
When he was doing Hoorah! I mean, that's how much of a fan I was of him back then.
Hoopla!
Hoopla! Anyways, so the only thing I have to thank God for is that for a while, the Miz's hair, great by the way, but I could not rock that hair that he was rocking at one point. He just came back and he's got his hair, more...
But you're not going to have a Maurice.
I mean, I have my girlfriend, but she just will not cosplay. It's not her thing. If anybody out there, you have to be, well, I don't know, we're gender fluid now, but...
Let's not even open this door.
I'm just, hey.
For Monoxide's girlfriend, let's not open this door.
If you would like to be Maurice, please contact me at...
Please don't.
Yeah, I like my nuts.
If you would like to be Maurice, just show up to WrestleMania, find us. We'll be the idiots wearing cosplaying as wrestlers and doing very crazy shit. I won't be doing mine
at WrestleMania. I'm doing mine the night before WrestleMania because I want to do a whole bit, so I want to do it for a whole day.
Well, here's the thing: if we're gonna do this bit, where are we gonna do it?
We're gonna be
down
in the
Bourbon.
Fucking French. I was about to say we're going to be in the goddamn French Quarter. It's the only place we could do this bit and also not be fucking weirdos.
The French Quarter.
Everybody will be like...
It'll still be weird.
Not as weird as the French Quarter gets. Like, we'll be like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the fucking weirdest thing, we'll be like maybe a 4 tops.
Good point. She makes a good point, guys.
Because I have to wear the jacket that he has, the robe, or when he comes out, because I'm wearing that, and I've got gear for him being made, so I'm actually going to be dressed in wrestling attire. So.
Does that mean you're going to be shirtless?
No, I'll have his shirt. But I have the jacket that's gonna go above it. You know, the jacket that he wears before when he comes
out.
Yeah. So I got that.
Hood or no hood?
No hood. Because I want.
Then it's just an Edge jacket.
Yeah, but by the same token,
it's just an Edge jacket if it doesn't have a hood.
I can make a hood or attach a hood to it.
I'm just saying it's just an Edge jacket if it doesn't have a hood.
Why Edge, of all people?
It fucking is, because it fucking is.
That is like the worst explanation you could come up with.
You've been around the wrestling biz longer than I have. It's a fucking Edge jacket.
Yes, I have, and I see no comparison. I see literally zero comparison to Edge. Maybe one of them, but not the one that I'm seeking out. Anyways.
I had to switch. Phones were dying.
Oh, we're dying!
Okay, so this show's gone off the rails. Do you want to talk about something else substantial, or are we just, like, babbling for the next 10 minutes?
Wrestle Kingdom 12.
Well, then you guys can babble, because I'm not going.
I did not watch Wrestle Kingdom, unfortunately.
Did you at least watch
What? You didn't?
Match?
Dude, I have not gotten around to watching it. I mean, I should, because Chris Jericho's on there, but I just not.
How have you not watched Wrestle Kingdom? Like, I could understand if I was the only one on the show that hadn't watched Wrestle Kingdom, but you should have watched Wrestle Kingdom by now.
Wait. Why me? Like, why is it imperative?
Because you're like the fucking indie dude.
That's not New Japan's not an indie.
Close enough.
Secondly, this is a very bad excuse, but it's an excuse nonetheless. There once was a boy who loved indie wrestling. His name was Monoxide. Unfortunately, though, his time got consumed by his significant other, his better half. So he never has time. Fuck you
trying to plug the fact that you have a girlfriend, okay? No, that's not an excuse.
I'm just saying, ever since we started dating, it's like I've not watched. I mean, I'll watch matches from New Japan.
It's
but I've not watched the whole
shoot. Not an excuse.
Yeah, but I want to watch with her, and she don't watch anything but WWE.
That's not an excuse.
So then how am I going to watch this shit?
I don't know.
Exactly! So that's my point.
It's still not an excuse. Guapo has a girlfriend, and he watched Wrestle Kingdom.
Oh my god, more power to him. He apparently has time. I don't.
Yes.
I'm just saying it's not an excuse.
Lies. Anyways.
Is there anything else we want to talk about before we end the show? I mean, we've been going for almost an hour and a half. Not counting the first bit we did.
Well, other than that, I mean, there's nothing really substantial news other than is Jericho staying with New Japan. I hear he wants to do like a Brock Lesnar type deal where he's a part-timer there, but
Jericho could do whatever the fuck.
Do we want to talk about the thing at WrestleMania that we're doing with? I'm trying to do it as vague as possible in case you don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't give a shit. We can talk about it. It don't need to be a surprise.
I mean, people know we're going to do something. People don't know the vastness of the something that we're going to do.
I meant the platform in which we might be doing the something.
Go ahead. I don't give a shit. It's not a
secret. Dude, we're doing this on the platform?
Info.
Well, dude, you're the one that knows all the info.
Well, not anymore because you're talking about how you want to do this somewhere else now. So it's apparently changing.
I don't think we're talking about the same thing.
Well, what are we talking about?
I was talking about the website.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about like what we were doing as cosplay.
You fucking dumbass! No,
because we just said we were doing as cosplay.
The platform in which we're doing, we might be doing shit on.
Okay, so the website.
Edit this part out if you don't want to talk about it.
I don't give a shit. I don't. Listen, right. This show is not meant to be taken seriously.
Who
okay.
the fuck edits?
Exactly.
I assume Steve edits at some point.
No, trust me, this is all on
copy and paste.
Fine, whatever.
And
so, anyways, what we're going to be doing is some of our content will be located in Cinematic Venom. The website will be launched soon. In fact, he is actually going to make us admins of the website. So you will all.
By we, he means Steve is going to be an admin of the website.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Well, I guess so.
Same difference.
But anyways, that's where some of the content's going to be going. It's still going to go up on YouTube, but now, because of the rise of Cinematic Venom, I have been given an opportunity to go and express or have this platform be shown to a much bigger audience, especially now.
To the subscribers and viewers of Cinematic Venom, we apologize for you getting this.
Yes.
Yeah, this was an awful show to start out on.
Especially because now we've come to the realization that this one over here does not appreciate the woken brilliance.
Sorry, it's stupid to me. I'm sorry.
Dude,
to the fine viewers of this wonderful website establishment, if you have made it this far,
Which you haven't.
No, not at all.
You get a cookie, good sir.
Good cookie.
I enjoy the fact that most.
I'm not sure.
I enjoy the fact that most of our viewers watch the sober half of the show and not the drunk half of the show.
I'm not even drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk at all. I don't drink.
I am. A little bit. I'm tipsy. I probably wouldn't drive home at this point.
Dude, you were acting the same as you were in the start of this, so I can just imagine. I mean,
I'm sorry. Okay.
And I'm the one that did 2 car bombs before we started.
When Guapo can attest to this, when in my drunk scale, there's a moment, there's a time, and it's way far down the line when even if I'm drunk, I still act sober, and then there's a very defined line where clearly I am drunk.
Moment.
There's a crash moment.
And that moment ends up happening after I pick her up from the bathroom floor, put her in my truck.
Hey, no. You didn't pick me up from the bathroom floor.
Okay.
You're right.
I came out of the bathroom on my own accord.
However, I pretty much carried you to my truck.
Yes, that happened. And Guapo, the gracious man that he is.
Because I'm a gentleman, damn it.
Because he's a gentleman.
Like Jack Gallagher?
I decide that my shirt's gross, and so I'm like, fuck it. People have seen me in a bathing suit before, so I take my shirt off and I have a bra on. And Guapo's like, no, we're not doing this. And then he has a shirt on, and he puts his shirt on me at some point.
Yes, because I was like, I'm not letting you walk back to your apartment door without a shirt on.
It would have been fine. It was 2 in the morning.
Wow.
Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
This is crazy, because the closest I've seen you get to real drunk is when at Atlanta, when you needed everybody to hold you up.
Look. To preface
I didn't
story,
really need to be held up in Atlanta. The drunk moment in Atlanta was grabbing AJ Styles' hand from underneath the table and going, you're AJ Styles and I'm a big fan. That was the drunk moment.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't the moment where you needed people to steer you in the right direction.
No, that was just me being flirty. I could have totally made it home by myself.
The problem is that I wasn't the only one. You had Travis holding you up, you had Alex holding you up, you had me holding you up, you had everybody.
I'm flirty with everybody. I'm flirty with everybody.
To preface
where
the story,
where's the night
Guapo's shots, drinks till like 9 o'clock, and she's down like at least 7 before 8:30.
That was the night. Okay, so some context before this. I had just been on. I did archaeology for the longest time. I'd just been on maybe the worst 10 days of my fucking life out in the field, and it was one of those nights. And I think Guapo can attest to this, that They were running low on, what is it, pineapple Ciroc or Ciroc?
No. It was Ciroc vodka, but they were running a promotion that night.
That's right. And the girl came by with a tray of all the shots, and I distinctly remember telling her, you should just leave that tray right here.
And she did.
It was one of those kinds of nights. It was rough. That's maybe the drunkest I've gotten in a long time. With the exception of my 30th birthday.
If you want to see Guapo really drunk, go to Spaz Phoenix's YouTube channel and type in...
where he falls asleep at the end, but is still sort of talking.
No, that wasn't me. No, I'm talking about the SummerSlam preview that we did.
That would be at youtube.com/SpazPhoenix.
Oh, man.
Almost an entire bottle of tequila by myself.
I'll end the show on this note, because now we're not even talking about wrestling.
Nope, we're not. We're out now.
I mean,
alcohol and getting alcohol.
I never got drunk, but I've gotten stoned, and I think.
Oh, we're getting you drunk.
We're
getting
not the same thing.
No, but I could tell you a story about the most stoned I've ever been. It was actually like so bad I was paranoid. I had just smoked a fucking joint, and I was in a situation, let's just say, that was not of a situation where I should be smoking, because it was a stressful situation. And if you're in a stressful situation and you're in a stressful environment and you smoke, it's going to make you paranoid, especially over a substance that's really powerful. So that's what happened. And I'm pacing back and forth at one point. So I end up in a friend's house, and I try to sleep, and I can't sleep. So I actually snuck out the door. And I had a phone on me that was like at 5% battery. And I just had to walk like maybe a block, which is about maybe 300, 400 feet. I swear to you, I'm like luring into the street, into the sidewalk. The sidewalk looks like it's growing. And I'm just like going back and forth. And the one thing I asked myself out loud, it just blurted out, am I lucid dreaming? And I end up on the fucking block. And all of a sudden, I get an Uber, my phone dies, I don't think the thing's gonna come. All of a sudden, the car actually does show up, luckily. I'm in the car, and I'm shaking for no fucking reason. Then I get home, and I was tired before, but then something woke me up, and I was still paranoid. As I get home, I pop in Halloween, and I'm eating Doritos watching Halloween and making fun of Dr. Loomis the whole time.
I would like to add for the audience, if you've made it this far, in the comment section, put hashtag, what should the hashtag be? Hashtag...
Off the rails.
Off the rails. Hashtag off the rails if you made it this far.
That's what I'm going to title this episode, Off the Rails.
Oh, God.
Hashtag off the rails if you made it this far. Tweet it at Monoxide, because it's his goddamn show.
Yes.
Or tweet it at me, at Guapo_504 on Twitter.
I want it to be natural.
I guess at me, you could tweet hashtag off the rails, at the Black Cat. No, I'm just at Black Cat Feline.
Yeah, I'm Monoxide YouTube. So, yeah, to all three of you who are still watching,
tweet at us. I want to know who actually makes it to the end of this goddamn show.
I need to
or
know.
even watches the show in the first place.
And also, I predict that the website that we're going to be on is like, never mind.
Probably. They'll probably just say, fuck you.
Fuck it.
Wait. Will they actually make it to the end of this?
They won't know. That's true. They won't make it to the end of this.
That's right.
They'll never know. They won't ever know. Hashtag off the rails if you made it to the end of this goddamn show. Do you guys want to put a guess as to how many? I'm going to say maybe 2 people.
1.5.
What's the
How
half?
can half a person make it to the into the show?
Because nowadays people can become animals, so it's like half person, half animal. I don't know.
Cat dog?
Yeah, exactly.
Cat dog. Yes. Only dog makes it to the end of the show. Not cat. He's the smart one.
Yeah, but in one episode he became dumb.
Well, but mostly dog is the one that's.
And he got my favorite quote: "You let smart go, bye bye." It's great.
Let's be done with the show. God damn it!
Anyways,
I want to go to sleep.
Well, no, wait. She wants to go to sleep. No, she needs to be woken. Yeah. Okay, we're off the rails. Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen. And
bye.
Adios, amigos.
And keep in mind, Vince, I'm watching you. You better bring Braun Strowman and Nia Jax together.
It's not gonna happen.
Fuck you. Anyways.